and I'm a Tampa Bay fan by virtue of I'm a huge Tom Brady fan, okay? I'm a big time Tom Brady fan. However, this team, this Tampa Bay team is clearly a team with limitations, and I don't really see them as a contender moving forward. However, I would still like to bring forward the reasons to you. I think they could potentially make a run, but I'll also explain to you why I think they're limited, okay? So there is some to like about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers moving forward. The defense is playing really, really, really well right now, and Devin White is out there playing out of his mind week in and week out. Yeah, he gave up that fourth down touchdown catch against David Njoku, but that was a really, really, really crazy catch, and is the only time this season, I believe, on fourth down, whatever, some weird stat. I'll find it that fourth down and 15 that they've come down to touchdown, whatever. It was a weird scenario. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense has been playing extremely well this season. And Devin White, once again, is playing ridiculously well. And there's a decided difference in Devin White's ability to play when Levante David is on the field versus when he is not. Okay. But they're playing extremely well. And their running game is also starting to have an impact on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense. It's it's not going crazy, perhaps every week like they did against the Seattle Seahawks, but they were absolutely dreadful and all-time bad on the ground for the first 6, 7, 8 weeks of this season. And Rashad White becoming the main running back in Tampa is definitely a big deal. He has shown significant juice and pop and explosion. He is looking to help that offense come alive on the ground, and he is showing that he is able to play at the NFL level, and definitely, at least in my opinion, looks better than Leonard Fournette does right now. Also, Nick Leverett has been inserted as a starter at left guard, and he's done a really, really, really good job solidifying the Buccaneers offensive line. And I don't want to be hyperbolic here when I say this, but it is totally possible that Nick Leverett has saved the Buccaneers season from being a total disaster. They were that offensive line was really, really, really struggling for the first couple weeks. And is then when he comes in, all of a sudden they're looking a heck of a lot better. So there might be something to that. And lastly, Tom Brady is on this team, and that speaks for itself. I mean, can you really count out a Tom Brady team? He really didn't play super well against the Browns. He missed some throws up the sideline to Chris Evans. And I do place some of the blame for this game on him. But at the end of the day, it is still Tom Brady's. This team can't be counted out. Now, here's why the Buccaneers are what you think they are, and here's why what I think that they are. The Buccaneers right now just don't score enough points. They're ranked 27th in points per game. They're averaging 17 points. They're averaging, about 18 points. And 17 points per game in regulation against the Cleveland Browns, obviously, just isn't good enough. They need to start scoring more points more frequently. I don't think, and I'm sure you at home don't think defense wins championships anymore. So if this Tampa Bay team has aspirations to make a deep playoff run, they need to start scoring more points in a hurry, which is also obviously easier said than done. Second, the Buccaneers also need to scheme pressure versus just create pressure with the personnel they have. Shaq Barrett, their best pass rusher, he went down a couple weeks ago with an Achilles injury. And obviously, when you lose your best pass rusher, that's going to be a big deal. But I'm not saying it's not possible for them to continue generating pressure the way that they do. But if you look back to that 2020 run from Tampa Bay Buccaneers, it was a lot of 4 down linemen rushing and then 7. Sorry, yeah, no, my math is not massing here. Yeah, 7 dropping back in coverage. Okay, there was a significant amount of that. 4 down linemen creating pressure, and then 7 dropping back in coverage. And then Todd Bowles doing Todd Bowles things, being creative was also the cherry on top as far as getting quarterback pressures is concerned. This season, it's not that way. It's Todd Bowles having to scheme up the pressure week in and week out, which I'm not saying isn't sustainable because we've seen it in the past. However, one option of having your 4 down lineman then dropping 7 in coverage is obviously preferable to that. They also just lost the best right tackle in the game, Tristan Wirfs, for a few weeks. That one just speaks for itself. And lastly, I don't understand this coaching staff. Like, I don't understand Byron Leftwich. I don't understand this Tampa Bay Buccaneers coaching staff. I just don't get it. Like, how do you have a roster with pass catchers the like of Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Julio Jones, Tom Brady, and only average 18 to 19 points a game. And then it just doesn't make sense to me. I cannot understand the play calling. They went 3-and-out multiple times. And Byron Leftwich just continues to be predictable with this play calling, and none of this just makes any sense, including, Cade Otton, the rookie tight end, looked really good for them the past couple weeks, and now they are back to starting Cameron Brate. I just don't understand it, and it really shows a lot to me how much Bruce Arians really meant in that building for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was not given enough respect in regards to coaching the entire team and making that offense work. He clearly meant something to them. And in conclusion, despite their success in the past couple seasons, Tampa Bay just looks like a medium floor, medium ceiling type of team this year. If they were in a better division, they likely would not be making the playoffs. But the reason we're even giving them the medium floor type of ceiling is simply because of what we've seen them do in the past and because they have Tom Brady.